So now, as discussed in our first video, we will start with preparation of income statement based on the details given to us in the case. The case says company has sales of 80 crores presently, growing at 12% year on year basis. So let us start with that part. So the year 0 sales are 80 and year on year growth is, as said in the case, it is 12%. So from that we can easily calculate the sales for the next 6 years. Why 6 years? Because the company says that company goes into maturity stage from year 7 onwards. So we need to prepare the projected financial statements for 6 years. So we'll calculate the sales for next 6 years as year 0 sales plus 12% increase into year 0 sales. Look at the formula very carefully. Year 0 sales plus 12% increase into year 0 sales, but here we will freeze the growth rate. Why? Because it will be easy for us to drag it now. So now as I have frozen the growth rate, I can simply drag it over the period of time and I can get the values of sales for all the upcoming years. Same is the case with expansion values. Now expansion is from year 3 with the additional business of 30 crore and EBITDA 10.5% and growth rate 20%. So we'll mark the growth rate here first as 20% and year 3 revenue or sales is 30%. In the similar manner, the way we calculated sales for the regular business, we will calculate for expansion as previous year sales plus growth into previous year sales by the growth rate, which we will freeze. Bracket complete, enter and simply drag it. It will give you the total sales of the organization as equal to the normal sales plus the expansion sales. Now if you simply drag this formula over a period of time, you can get the entire sales. Now in the given case we are given the EBITDA directly instead of the cost of goods sold. So we will do the back work here and calculate the COGS later on after calculating EBITDA. The EBITDA percentage given for regular sales is 20% and for expansion is 10.5%. So we will record those values 10.5% and we will calculate the EBITDA based on the regular sales and the expansion sales separately. So for regular sales we will calculate as is equal to sales multiplied by EBITDA percentage, and this EBITDA percentage is going to remain constant for the rest of years. That's why we are going to freeze it. We can freeze the value by pressing F4 shortcut into your keyboard. So we have got the EBITDA for year 0 and same formula now we can drag or copy paste for rest of the years for normal sales, and for expansion sales we will start from year 3. So the formula remains same, is equal to expansion sales multiplied by the EBITDA for expansion. Again freeze it, press enter and drag the formula for rest of the years. This gives you the entire EBITDA for the organization, and you can calculate it as the sum of normal EBITDA plus the expansion EBITDA and drag this formula for rest of the EBITDA. Now how to calculate cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold actually normally in cases is given, based on which you calculate EBITDA as sales minus COGS is equal to EBITDA. But here we will do the back work as sales minus EBITDA will give us COGS. So we'll go by this formula and calculate our cost of goods sold as equal to total sales minus total EBITDA. We are not freezing anything because we want to use referencing here or linking here in this way. So we have received our COGS as well. Now the next of the things are calculation of depreciation, interest expense, interest income, tax and profit after tax. But for calculation of depreciation, if we go step by step, we need to know the asset values of the organization over a period of time and even the depreciation rate. The depreciation rate given to us is 10%. And we have to calculate depreciation as a percentage of asset value, and it also says the depreciation to be calculated on average of current and previous year values, gross values of the assets. So we need to calculate the assets. For that we need to prepare the capex schedule. Either you can call it capex schedule or you can call it asset schedule. Now as is given in the case, if you can see here, the normal capex in the year 0 is 25 crores and for the expansion the capex required is 14 crores. Expansion is done at the end of year 3 and normal business capex is 25. So as of now we know the asset. Now capex is nothing but the assets of the business, okay, which are into process of converting into a fixed asset. Now assuming this to be the fixed assets completed in year 0, my total capex in year 0 is equal to what? Capex for general business plus capex for expansion. Year 1, 2, we do not have any capex converted into fixed assets. But year 3 we have 14 crores as our capex. Year 4, 5, 6 again the values for normal business capex and expansion business capex are 0. So we can simply now calculate the capex values for rest of the period. It gives us the values of total assets that we have for calculation of depreciation. But we cannot calculate the depreciation directly on these 25 and 0 values because depreciation is calculated on the accumulated values of assets. Accumulated values means the gross value of the asset minus depreciation till date. Whatever value remains after that, which is also called as written down value, on that value depreciation for the next year is calculated. So in next video we will see how to calculate this depreciation on these values, and also we will see the debt schedule for calculation of interest expense. Thank you guys.